It's Ali Boy again. Where am I looking? Right there. This is part two. I'm showing my math and the basic setup that I do. Um, I just realized as I was putting those masks away that I forgot, and I don't know why I flipped the camera back to me. Um, this this mask I just did 2 days ago or yesterday. I got the idea from face paint that I did on Halloween. Uh, if I could edit videos and put a picture in, I would have done that. But maybe I could post it in my community section. I don't know, but there's that mask, and I have a blank one. It's not 83s, and if you've seen through my mask, there's a cut right there. That's just so I could move the chin without moving the mask. Same thing with right here. I cut off the sides. I got that idea from this one. Uh, First, I cut down the chin like all the other masks except for the Joey's, the It mask, the Purge mask, and everything else is cut besides that. I did that just so I could speak or talk normally, vocals, without just without moving the mask so I could still see. And most of the videos that I do, it's poor lighting, so I don't even know where obstacles are on the floor. But now there's my Halloween face paint mask. At first, I was just gonna do face paint around my eyes. I was having a Halloween party at my school. It was more of a school thing. I don't even know, but I did. It would help if you guys were facing the mask. So pretend this is my face. You don't know what my face looks like, obviously, but I put the face paint around my eyes, and then I did the bridge over like what Joey did with his face paint, and I did the mouth, and then I started going up further and further, and then I made a little square shape, and then I put face paint down on both sides of my nose like that, and then connected these two together, and then it made this weird Paul face paint from like Iowa and stuff, or All Hope Is Gone. And then I did face paint going down to there, not all the way down my neck, but just to the start of my neck, and then I put the red face paint up there. So there's the history behind this mask. It's pretty recent. The mask is pretty new. That white mask right there and this white mask came in with those mix from a friend, and just wanted to say thank you. And if you guys have any ideas that I could put for this mask, I'll have this account's Instagram in the description so you could give me ideas, and I'll probably put it in my channel also, in my about section maybe. I'll find a way for you guys to reach me to give me ideas for a mask. So that's all the information I have about these two. Would have been nice if I put it down in the other one. So let's get started with the mask that started it all. And whenever I say started it all, I really mean that. I was a little too late in showing you about political ads, man. Oh, that could be copyright. And also I just found out how rude it was. I didn't show you guys what the mask I had wearing was. This is my pt.2 Jester. It's based off of that Jester right there. I made this mask back in February. All the masks that this one, this, not that, and the Joey's were all made it back in February. This February, not the next February, but the previous one that just happened. I'm not making much sense, but I did so. I again just did the outlined the circles, and all of a sudden I got this crazy eyebrow shape thing, and then I did a little eyebrow curve, and it's starting to fade, but I did just pointed lines and then upside down cross just cuz. And then that mask is based off of the Johnny Five mask, and this mask, how it has that line going down the cheek, and you could see how far the lips have gotten. The bottom lip used to be down to here, and it looked really goofy, so I peeled away at the nail polish, and at first I did it in marker. Um, and then I don't. This is the only mask that I have of my own that isn't tagged, surprisingly. A little dirty with face paint on the inside. So anyways, that's my channel mask. It's a mask that's I call personally mine, the mask that makes up my channel. And it's the channel mask basically. Like, you know how AJ Good from the House Masks has his personal mask, and that's on his like cover art and stuff. This is the same thing for me. It's in the profile picture to my channel, and it's the mask that I really use the most out of all of them. There's just something about it that I like, especially whenever I start to like layer down and stuff. So anyways, back to the video. So I'm not really sure which mask came first anymore, because these were made back in the summer of 2021, same time I used that mask. But that vocal jester, basically those four masks were all based off of these ones, and I don't use them anymore because they're just super small. I mean, they're ridiculously small. It made it hard to do anything. That in this, they really stretched out over time. I already lost a few of them. Sorry, I had a small interruption. Just my lovely grandmother. So here's my original Stitch Mouth mask. As you can see, it's not as colorful as my new one. I did it in all black. This is how it always was. I tried drawing the Slipknot logo, the 9-point star, but I messed up, so I ended up doing some weird, crazy design. And that one, I'm not sure how I did that, but there's my jester. Here's my vocals mask that I used to use. I used to tape the masks and just have it's the worst to try and see out of. Like, I could try and make, yeah. So that was my visibility. I never had them taped for too long. I could show you guys what this mask looks like. Again, just super small. And the foreheads were never like this. Like, sorry, I'm switching in and out of my personal jester and the mask and these masks. So the foreheads, they're cut down there basically. Whenever I got the mask, they went up to like there, and they're just ridiculous. Very cheap plastic. And actually with Amazon, they had pictures of masks that were like this. They clearly weren't that. They're small, slim, thin, and really cheap. But there's my first jester. I have the People Equal Shit. It's obviously a Slipknot song. The reason why one eye would be untaped, because I would have one eye at the eye hole so I could see better. But obviously, like this mask, both eyes are taped. Can't really see that well out of them. The only good thing you can see is just if you're in a bright room. And again, I recorded in like dark spaces, and I would constantly trip over stuff. So there's my jester. Here's my it mask with a somewhat example of how high the forehead goes. You could also see that it's been cut. Same thing with the eye. It's taped just so I could see better. Here's my personal jester. I did red. What is that? Oh, red nail polish right there. And then I named the mask the Simba Jester after that. The mouth was nail polished. So it's nothing really different from that, other than that there's no blood. And it's also called the Rudolph mask. before I did the Simba face paint because there was that black dot right there that I made, and it wasn't regular Rudolph. I called it Rudolph the Black-Nosed Reindeer. And here's the original Jester, like the very first one that I made. I wanted to leave it a historical, so I made a different one just to use so I could have this one just hanging. And you could see it's like super worn down. I wasn't wearing face paint at the time. So, oh hey look, there's I can't even read my own handwriting. Gotta love the first mask sculpts, August 5th, 2021, Elliot Boy. Love Jester, or Jester's Love, V1 Xavier Shane. Oh, yeah, there's my name, by the way. I'm Xavier. I think I said that in my channel intro, but yeah, there's that. Oh, there it is. Here's the twin mask. I had a third one, I don't remember what happened to it. But they're cut up, and then I stitched them back together with just tape so I could take them apart. And before I forget, if you haven't seen that, I'm surprised if you haven't. They don't Slipknot members don't wear their masks, and I kind of did this as a resemblance to that. I would have like crazy face paint on. It was my idea, but I never did it, and so whenever I would do before I forget, I would have these masks on. I had a third one, I guess, that would make them twins, but I don't know what happened to it. And this mask is called G6-211 V6. I forgot what I call it, but I was experimenting with these masks a lot, and I ended up throwing away a lot. So there's just, yeah, I called this the thief mask because of the stripe. These masks I've never used, or a majority of them. The only ones I've used were the Jesters and the Vocals and the Stitch Mouth and It. That's about it. And back whenever I had those masks weren't even up there. That one mixed with all of these were just sitting on my table, so I didn't even have them set up yet. I call this a Rockstar mask, mainly because it just has Rockstar type face paint. I have a Volume 3 red engraved Joey 7/21/21. I just don't. Obviously, it's not engraved. I can't tell if this one had the worm tail. Probably not. And I called this one Black Betty. I based it off of Slipknot's Death Masks, and never used this either. I quit using them a lot and started moving with the American mask because these were too small and they didn't really fit that good. So here's this one. I call this Peeping Tom, based on what's on the inside. G6-211 V2. Wonder where the V1 is. Aliut Bod. Xavier Shane. So I'm not sure why I named this Peeping Tom, but I did. So I'm gonna have to make this into a part 3. It's getting way too long. So I'll catch you guys there.